Okie dokie. I should probably be taking a nap or something, but... It's also the fact that... Apparently... It might be a big dumping of snow this weekend, so... I guess I wouldn't be streaming on the weekend much anyway, because I don't typically, but... We'll see if I can even use my computer this weekend. Okay. I am already falling asleep. That's what I get for hanging out with somebody too late into the day. But it was good fun, though. We did some board games, and more than that. Burgling Gnomes. Online co-op game about breaking into houses and causing havoc as a tiny gnome. Avoid danger, repurpose stolen household items, and complete tasks to meet the high gnome's demands. This is reminding me of the gnome punching game. Which is unfortunately not a gnome that's punching things, but gnomes that are getting punched. But I guess, you know, it's required. I have to put this on my wish list. Wow, so it's the exact opposite of me as a person. I think, well, because they're treating gnomes here as little, like, gremlins or goblins, or... I guess gnomes are supposed to be, that is a little bit in the history, is that it is creatures of mischief, but... Yeah, my apartment is the exact opposite. It is as clean and as neat as can be. See, is that AI though? That's looking kind of AI. It's looking kind of uncanny. Okay, I am gonna try to get something done, despite the fact that I am falling. Well, it's okay. I had some ideas for little things to do because people definitely complained about the corners, and then I have to change the pipe now. Yeah, it's also the feedback from the testing event here also told me, like, I needs to, although I hit 20, if I look at the rankings on the thing here. Although I don't think anybody was really caring that much about the ratings. But, out of 42 entries, I hit the top 20. My game is at least on the thing here, at the very bottom. Which, for being pretty prototype, I'm actually pretty happy with. It's over half. I'm happy with that. Yeah, okay. It seems like people aren't too hip on the abstract visuals, but there's also not a lot of the, like, actual marble machine stuff too. So but yeah, it's still very prototype. A lot of people saying that they were interested in wanting to mess with it more, though. So that's always what makes me feel good. It's like, okay, it's heading in the right direction, even if I got a long ways to go. Oh, and let's hydrate, too. I keep thinking I'm doing okay on hydration. And then I go use the restroom, or I look at the time and I'm like, oh, wait a second. No, the last time I went and chugged water was hours ago. And then ads, which I think I will take the ad break as well. So... Okay, so it does not bode well. It's not even been 10 minutes into the stream, and I am asleep. I haven't had a relationship in such a heckin' long time. I didn't remember that it's so easy to just stay up very late. Just talking. Selecting grid space, probably? Okay, let's do the deck. Wherever it's spawning the deck is... Because what I want to do is figure out how to not spawn the buttons in the corners. So spawn from deck. Available positions is from this list of positions. So where's this list of positions coming from? Because this is also where the grid space is. Why do we have positions and available positions? Okay, I think this whole thing can be gotten rid of at this point here too. Because I think this is supposed to spawn a very specific setup for testing the actual bumper, and that I'm not doing anymore. So... Okay, so I do have a list of positions, which are the grid spaces, and then I have a list of the available positions, which is all the stuff on top of the grid spaces. So, So let's just look at the available positions, because what I want to do is figure out how to hack off the corners. The spawning from deck is seemingly saying it's pulling it from the list of all positions. Oh, available positions being once I add to, yeah, remove. Okay, so this is just the list of all positions. This is that. So, how do I remove the corners? Because spawning from deck. Yeah, because, or maybe it's a question of how do I modify the positions, like after the fact here. Well, okay, yeah, because the pipe, when I spawn the pipe, it's most likely removing it from the list of positions. Or no, I guess if I just go look at spawn pipe, it'll say remove from the list of positions, which is why nothing is spawning on where the pipe is. So is there... So do I want to add like a script that's like remove spawn positions? Or remove available positions? Because that's probably not a bad idea. Because here I'm thinking of just making it like, oh, it just removes the corners, but it's like, no, no, no. I should probably just have a remove available positions, or remove positions. Yeah, okay, so this is when you spawn each of these things, it removes it from the list of available positions. Okay, so we'll throw it in here for remove available positions. And then available positions, not clear, that's not... List of vector 3s, so just give me a list of vector 3s. It's the remove list. Positions to remove, we'll do the full thing even. Okay, I was just walking around getting groceries. I might sit early this time. I mean, I feel like I just barely sat in my car for a moment to go get groceries, and my back was like, nope, you can't do that. No, no, no. Yeah, I keep having this just very minor back pain. It just... sometimes. It's like... is it... And then I keep stretching, and I'm like, okay, I think the stretching is helping, but then I'm like, what exactly am I doing that's causing it to... Yeah, I definitely think the car is causing it, but... Okay, so now for each position and positions to remove, and do available positions dot find the position. Or no, just remove, right? Yeah, remove, no, remove item position. So now I just have to make sure that I pass on a valid list of positions. So now this is remove available positions. It's when you spawn from the deck. I was gonna say, this is returning a grid space. Oh, this is clearing all the grid space positions. Do I not have a clear grid? I have clear bumpers. Because this feels like it should be in a clear the grid kind of thing. Now this is the only spot that I'm doing this. I don't have this code replicated somewhere else. We're gonna do that. This doesn't need to be public. These are all public down here. Wow, that is a name. So here, I guess? Sure, yeah, it's the bottom of these. Clear the grid. Okay, now that chunk of code. Not you. Where did it go? Spawn from the deck. Here. And then here. Yeah, for being tired and busy and full. Actually not feeling too bad. Yeah, I started the stream late and I feel like I might end it early here too. This is just not a week for normalcy. Because then we'll see if it is like massive snowstorm tomorrow or massive snowstorm on the weekend. If I am back on tomorrow or Monday. Why do you keep getting away from me? It's... Search it? It's in the selection. Did I have a selection? Yes. Okay, I had a selection going. Okay, here I want to replace you with that. Okay, and let's be a smart boy and actually run it. Actually make sure my refactoring didn't explode anything. It appears to be running. And appears to have not exploded. Yeah, it is a little obnoxious that I'm like, I keep adding to the tutorial and it keeps not being enough. I'll get there. Yeah, this definitely threw people off a little bit, where it's like, is this a bumper? Or like, does this bounce things? Or does this... Yeah, the fact that it's weird that it scores it completely fine, but the pop-up doesn't actually pop up every time. I don't know why that's so inconsistent. Let's actually put this on my Trello here. I mean, that might come back, but, and, okay, I lied. So that might be both of the, we're gonna just toss both of these back in the, doing these. So it was the prevent button spawn and corners. Yeah, because I know there's a part of me that's like, oh, you could do like a checkerboard spawn for all the buttons, and then you could have paths through every button no matter what. But I do want a little bit of the challenge of like, yeah, and I know somebody mentioned like, oh, you could have the ability to put a bumper on a button, or like, oh, if they're like orbs that you're picking up or something like that too. This does feel a little restrictive, but I don't know how much freedom I want to allow either, so. I don't know. I definitely don't think it's a bad idea to have an ability to put a bumper and a button in the same spot. Or I guess I understand the impetus. It's like you want to score more things in a more free way. But then what is the best way to do that is the question. And right now I'm thinking just don't spawn them in the corners. Because I think going as far as like, oh, if I put them on a checkerboard so that everything can be hit, I think that's too much. But yeah, there is a little bit of a feel bad of like something that's on a corner, or like when you get clusters of buttons where you're like, okay, I can't score the things that I want to score. But that is part of the game too. It's like Balatro makes it so that sometimes you just don't get the thing that you want to score, or Grindstone where it's like, okay, you just ended up in a corner and there's no creeps to chain to, so you just have to waste a move, moving 1 or 2 spaces. Okay, so now this remove available positions is something that I want to do in the spawn from deck. So yeah, clear grid I think does that. Yeah, okay. Before you shuffle the deck and everything. So then remove available positions. And I need to give it a list of positions. And the list of positions is... How am I figuring that out is the question. Wait, so you can do catch, slime, fish. It's a lot of different pack. Right? Because you can do catch, right? Yeah. Okay. So how do I figure out the corners is the question. Well, it really should just be the... I guess it's 0, 0, 0. And then... Okay, well, let's just see if I can figure out how to find the corners. Let's see if I can just grab the corners. Then I can try to make this look better. This is a vector. Three, that is the corner. No, I need a list of corners. This is a list of vector 3. Nice try, corners. And then it's a new list of vector 3s. Okay. And then we do corners, add a new vector 3. That is that. Why is it? Looks like it's almost angry for some reason. Okay, and I have a width and a height when I... Yeah, I have a width and a length. Yeah, not a height. Width and a length. So then I guess we just do like a width -1. Oh, and the width and length, are you X and Z or X and Y? Most likely X and Z, right? instantiate. Yes, I and J. So then length. -1. Length -1. And one of these is 0. So hopefully. Oh, it's because I'm adding to a list of corners that I'm not actually using. Now I am. So, now are you happy? Why do you look like you're grayed out? You look like you're not happy about that. And then you immediately go and spawn in the corners. Let's... Okay, I thought... Or at least I meant to click that. Then... Let's go see where the button, or where the corners are. Everybody just immediately went into the corners, wherever they wanted. So... So you... What is your position on the grid space? 0, 0, 0. I'm like explicitly calling this out as a position. Yeah, okay, because you very much seem like you're just not doing that. Is this the wrong spawn from deck? Or is there a different spawn from deck? Ah. There's a different spawn from deck. Yes, okay. Herp de derp. Okay. No, wait, okay, this still... Is it spawn level then? Selected position is from available positions. Okay. Clear bumpers. Okay, so this remove available positions. I need to move it somewhere where it might actually get used. Okay, because this spawn from deck is only being used in the case of... when you're... okay, and here, which is spawn level, which is whether it spawns from the deck or not, of which it only does that... No, that's still on the initial spawn of the level though, right? One of these has a true at the end for spawn from the deck, right? Two of them do. So yeah, no, it should be... Yeah, On start. Yeah. So you're piping it into here to spawn the level, which is then doing spawn from deck here. At the start. This is on the... And then you're pulling from the list of available positions, of which I am modifying right here. Of which it is removing it from the list. It's removing it from the available positions. Okay. Doesn't seem to be doing much. Also, howdy. Sure. Tell me what the position is. So this is the Gone slime for the Gone? Is there, as it is specifically an Adagon slime? Okay, this was the position to remove. So I can practice rolling my R's, I guess. Purtle-dirtle-dirtle-dir. Yeah, my sister had a hard time trying to roll her R's. Okay, and then available position count. Yeah, okay, that's the one based on you. Okay. Available position count. I don't really need to make it this specific, but we're gonna. Why not? Let's try to be a bit more explicit. Fuck. Okay, no, that's not. It's not the explicit that we were looking for here. There was another. I just had an idea of one of the other small things to do. Oh, that bug. The flipping bug of where you run out of buttons and then you just have to sit there all sad and waste the rest of your shots. Okay, so fuck you. Okay, so fuck you. So what the fuck? So what the fuck? So what the fuck? Okay, so you're not removing the position. Is the question. I guess I'm glad I had this. I added this slime catching thing, this Adagon slime catching thing, because looks like I'm catching some other people who are. Thank you for the follow. This feels like a name I've. Wait, was this that? Why do I know the name? There was a whatchamacallit. I keep wanting to say Rotator Fest. Not Spinner. What was the... Gosh dang it. Tower Defense? No. There was a game jam with a thingamabob. Oh, we're watching me even. Okay. But... I'm trying to think of what was the. Wasn't there the? I'm mixing this up with a different game jam. Right? Also, am I not following all the places? I am following all the places. Or at least I can do that later. Now I'm just trying to think of what the jam was. What's the widget? The little circular widget where you select things. Because there was a whole jam for the thing, and I don't remember what that was. And I don't remember if that's even related. But... Okay. I am testing this. To say you are not removing the position because it's not in the list of positions. So... We're gonna just have you spit out all the positions. Do I... Oh, this is only gonna happen the once, though, so... Or... Yeah, okay, that's happening 4 times, but because this is only happening the once. So there's a mismatch between the things here. So now you are this. Radial menu. There we go. Holy heck. I got the cobwebs out of my brain. The radial menu jam. Was this related? That was the question. Why did you explode? Okay. That's where I know the name from. Why have you exploded so badly? It just took me... Who's... What happened here? Who's... Why all the red? Excuse me. What have I done? Okay, back it up, I guess. What did... Okay, there. So now we go... Oh, it stole the thing. There we go. You stole a bracket. Okay, now we can do what I was trying to do. Yes, now it's a lot less red. Okay, so there. Now just spit out what are all of the positions. And then I can try to remove the corners, and then the other bug is to fix the flipping when there's no more buttons bug. The thing that I've fixed a couple times now. What? Position to remove is that. The available... No. Did I loop through all of the... I looped through all... Gosh dang it. I had it right, and then because of the stinking curly Q throwing me off... Also threw me off there. Okay, so now that should go through all the list of available positions. To tell me what in the heck I'm wondering if it's the height. If it's a 1 instead of a 0. It is. It's a 1 instead of a 0. That's why it was not getting rid of the corners. So... do I get ballsy and remove all the debugs? No. Not with how tired I am. Okay. Should I be doing it like this? No, not at all. Oh, you're in the wrong spot anyway. You're supposed to be on the Z. I specifically said it's supposed to be on the Z and not the Y, and then I went and put it on the Y instead of the Z anyway. What a goof. It feels like a, feels like I should have an emote or a sound bite for that. What a goof. That also feels like an opportunity for an emote or something. It's like bug squashed. Has the bug been squashed? No, not at all. You're still putting things in the corners. Just... although, is it doing buttons in the corners? Actually, I think I did prevent it from doing buttons in the corners. They don't seem to be going into the corners. Oh, ho, ho. Hey, there we go. Okay, so now let's try to go fix that bug, which was... Yeah, this looks a little ugly. I'm gonna leave it for now because I'm too tired to care. Does that mean I should be coding right now? Probably not. It feels like a Friday or something. I think it's just because I prepared for this, like, weekend of snow and stuff. It's like because I went and got groceries and because it feels like something is coming that it's like, oh, it's the weekend, right? No, it's one more day. Today's just Friday Junior. That's what my boss likes to say. Happy Friday Junior. The mother fluffin' bug where it double checks if all the buttons are gone. Which it fluffin', I have it checking that. Or at least I've had it check that a couple times before. Okay, so it's not score, because this one was score stuff, right? Buttons count is less than or equal to 0. It's right fluffing there, you dumb. And the buttons should be, when they get hit, being removed. Buttons dot remove when the button is pressed. You remove it from the list of buttons, you dumb heckin' thing. I've solved this before. It says it right here in not so plain English. Okay, so let's test and see if it does it to me. So if I clear all the buttons, which means... Actually, can I just get rid of the runestone? Okay, wait, let's tweak it for maximum. Okay, so the number of runestones, zip, number of buttons, 1. And then random deck. Yay, look at me using my debug things, or my options. So hopefully this does not explode and it just spawns 1 button. No runestone or anything. Well, I mean, it's just 1 button. I couldn't do a pair or anything off of this, anywho's. Yeah, I did have somebody say, hey, this would be great with a different theme. I'm like, I don't know what other theme. And then if I look at the arbitrary numbers here on this, of which people definitely did admit, oh, this is arbitrary. But yeah, this arbitrary number thing says it's oh, I guess appealing, or no, out of 43, I got 39. So nobody likes an abstract game. But I don't know what theme I would do otherwise. That's the thing. At least I don't know what other theme I personally would like as a theme. What do you fluffing mean, you dumb? Really? This is what we're doing? We're just gonna explode when I try to test something? Oh, no. Oh, it hasn't even been an hour. Do I cut it off at... Well, it's one of those things of like, okay, if I'm missing 2 hours of sleep, means I could probably recover. I could probably catch up on an hour of sleep. You did. You just exploded right when I went to test the thing. Excuse me. Pardon me. You butt. I just wanted to run it. Just to see, because the buttons should be... Oh, wait a second. Unless I did my thing wrong. Why is it... This is telling me it's getting stuck in like an infinite loop or something. I don't think it should be like an infinite loop. I don't think it should be spawning like 600 million buttons. Okay, I lied. Great, fantastic. Did I hit save? I really hope I hit save. Okay. I was all proud of myself for using the debug things that I... okay, let's do... Are you gonna let me do that or no? Yeah, but I'm not on this window to hit Alt F4 though. Because I was like But then Task Manager was looking like it was bouncing around a lot, so I'm like... Mistakes were made! Yeah, I don't even see Unity in here. Because it exploded. Well, it either should be up here at the top, or it exploded. Which puts it at the bottom? Unity, where you at? And also... I don't know how to get at this. I am not on the window, so I can't hit Alt F4. Okay, here. Now I'm on the window. Alt F4. Okay, so clearly I did something wrong with this code here, with the random button and just having one of them. That should have been fine, you dumb. Maybe, or is this... Okay, not only am I exhausted, but also Unity just doesn't want to run here either, so... Maybe it's one of those give up and come back tomorrow. Okay, can you stop moving around so much? I'm not gonna find Unity in here. I don't even know what any of this is. Some of this is OBS and stuff. Some of this is Microsoft at least, but... Why are there this many things running? Seems kind of wild. Unity editor, I saw it. I saw it for a second there. There we go. Okay. There we go. No. I don't need it to save whatever it was doing there. I made a code change, not a Unity scene change. Oh, great. Fantastic. Wonderful. Yeah, and I am going to come back with code tomorrow as opposed to games tomorrow because I've been not coding. I want to be coding. Oh, I did make this scene change, didn't I? Okay. So now if I get rid of just the runestone instead. Right? Oh, no, no, it is on random deck, and then it is... Oh, so I did save that. I thought I said specifically don't save that. Okay, so we don't do the random deck, that is one button. Does this explode? No, this doesn't explode. Okay, good. Now I have to get rid of all the buttons. Which I guess this will kind of help me test if the corner thing was a good idea. Let's see, what is the best way to go about cleaning that up? Like that? That hits all the buttons? And then it fluffin' does it! Okay, it's the runestone. The runestone still counts as a button or something. Because I don't have the runestone, and then that... But then when I do have the runestone again... Okay, somehow the runestone is counting as a button. So I did fix the bug, and it is the runestone is counting as something. That's what I was afraid of. And all my fears are coming true. Okay. This shouldn't be in the list of buttons, though. This should be only buttons. Not runestones. Spawn buttons. Spawn buttons. Buttons dot clear. Buttons dot add. It's not in the deck though, right? Or is it? Spawning a button, spawning a button. UI buttons. It's its own separate thing, right? Okay, just spit out the list, spit out the number of buttons. Especially when I have the runestone and everything. So, when you go to check, how many buttons do you think there are? I'm gonna assume it's gonna say 1, but we're going to just double check here. The buttons count. Oh, and I think I am adding a bunch more debugs, aren't I? Because not only is there this, there's the previous ones I already added that I need to remove. Now what are you complaining about? Or are you complaining? You just... how was my non-stream day where I did real-life things? Oh yeah, I guess I could recount, like, yesterday and stuff, too. But work has been kind of boring doing testing stuff, because not only do I not know how to read the document, but I also, you know, testing is not the most interesting thing anyway, so... Okay, now that looks like it is in fact a red squiggly. Why? Okay, 2-string. There, are you happy now? Is it actually a red squiggly? Oh, it's in the middle of an else if. Whoopsie daisies. Okay, but so work has been boring the last 2 days, But then, like, yesterday, like I said, I did board games. So I played some stuff that I hadn't played. I played some stuff that I brought that was new to me. I played... oh, I tested the board games that I made a little bit, which was a little weird because I'm like, I haven't worked on this in quite a while. I don't necessarily want to think about this right now, but it is still kind of fun. Just to remember all the rules and the, like... Just getting another set of eyeballs on it. And then, like I said, we just stayed up late chatting. For the most part. For yesterday. And then today, I went to the grocery store after work. Which is very much showing me the power of not having to commute. Where I'm able to squeeze in an entire grocery run before a stream. Because I didn't have a commute to worry about. Okay. Didn't I take this out of play maximized back to play focused? I thought we did this already. Yeah, the grocery store was fairly busy. I guess I don't typically shop. What do you fluffing mean, all these nulls? Is this a Unity cannot run because it's stupid? Or is this like a... Why is there 7 nulls specifically? Because you're not showing me the code there, so... Yeah, everybody preparing for the snowpocalypse. Well, and like I said, I don't typically shop at that time, but I do think that was a fair amount of like, oh yeah, this is everybody preparing for the snowpocalypse. Yeah, I'm it was the Ted Cruz meter, and it was like, uh-oh, Ted Cruz is fleeing the state. That's a bigger indicator of snow than anything else. Yeah, I gotta get that bread and milk. I did get some bread and milk. The eggs were... Yeah, I guess it must have been the snowpocalypse, because the eggs were gone. Yeah, eggs were gone. Milk was pretty gone, too, but I don't get milk. I get, like, oat milk and stuff, so the kind of stuff I get, it was fine. I feel like there was another aisle that was pretty decimated too. Yeah, I felt kind of silly because I went and got toilet paper, but it was like I actually genuinely needed toilet paper. But it felt a little bit like a... Well, we're back into the pandemic. Oh, gotta get some toilet paper along with everything else. And the Canadian Ted Cruz can't handle the Texas snow. I didn't realize he was Canadian. I just knew he was... in Texas, and that was he's fled a couple times. There's been like a call for big snow. Okay, Canadian born. Wild. So that's even more of like a I can't handle just hanging out. Used to be a citizen. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about Ted Cruz except that he's not done much for his state. Okay. Oh, I guess I have heard a little bit of the, some more news doing the, like, I do not like that man, Ted Cruz. I do not like something or other. Yeah, it was like, I do not like that man, Ted Cruz. I do not like his views on something or other. I don't remember the whole rhyme. It was a pretty good bit, though. 16 to 22 inches. Gee whiz. Yeah, and I was half expecting my family to say, oh, hey, we're getting snow, because it tends to be like, oh, they get snow and then a couple days later we get snow. But apparently it's coming up from Texas to here. So that's a little different. The trajectory is a little different, and the okay, and now what I was fluffing checking was when I do this, there's 9 buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What do you fluffing mean? That's correct. I hate you. Why are you not... Why do you hate me? Because I've solved this bug before. I knew it was an issue and I solved it, you dumb. Okay, and I can't... I'm trying to not score everything correct. Or I'm trying to not get points so that I don't go to the next round. Okay, you and you and you and you. Oh, and then there was 4 buttons, yes. And now there's 0 buttons. And then game on. What do you mean? I saw people. I saw somebody complaining about it and I was like, yes, it's correct, and I solved it. It works on my machine. Can I get it to do that in the web version? Did I somehow goof up the web version? I feel like multiple people ran across this, and here I am trying to replicate it, and because it even has the runestone. It's all okay. So if I score badly and I remove all of the buttons. Yeah, okay, it actually feels so much better to remove the corner scoring thing. Okay, I can't hit the ones one after another because I don't want to go to the next scene, but okay, you, and then you, and then you, sure, why not? Oh no! I still... Dadgummit, okay. So this, and then this, and then this, and then that. I can't even lose on purpose. Okay, and then you there. Oh, I guess I could have looped around. Okay, whatever. What? I can't replicate the bug. I saw other people running into it, and I can't replicate it either in the build or in the web build. Fucking heck, man. It's just solved the bug. I can't even replicate it. I feel like I had multiple people record videos of it and run into that bug. Okay, well, we're not gonna worry about it then. Until it crops up later. But I got that at least. So there was definitely multiple people getting confused. It was kind of wild. I saw multiple people getting confused about the fact that you could rotate the pipe. Which, you know, it's one of those annoying things of like, I put the text in the itch.io page, and I put it in the tutorial, and yet... Well, that's one of those things too, is I made the tutorial like, okay, these short, punchy, quick little sentences, and then they became too quick, where it's like, oh, okay, I get it, it's good. And then they missed the crucial thing of like, oh, you can rotate the pipe. But then somebody else had the opposite problem, where they're like, oh, I can rotate the pipe, but I don't know what else I can do. So, kind of wild. But now the question is, can I put the pipe here? Or I guess anywhere outside of the edge of the board. Oh no. Okay. I want to make it to 8 o'clock at least. No, I want to get more. Maybe 7:45. It'll be a short stream. I got a request for a feature for the warp crystals in Hytale today. Also integrated that feature today, and the person thanked me today, so that's cool. Yeah, it's cool that you got not only an audience, but also were able to satisfy a need in a timely manner. Yeah, the only request I've gotten like that is the person on Twitter that was like, "Hey, can I like your pixel art. Can I use it for NFTs?" It's like, oh, great. No, that's not what I'm. Has 633 downloads. That's cool. Yeah, I was feeling a little inadequate when I was watching one of those videos. One of the YouTube videos about like, oh, if you have an itch.io game that has like between, or like in the 5,000s in terms of views and stuff, it's like, oh, that's good enough to think about turning into like a Steam game or something. And I'm like, none of my games have hit, like, the best I've done is over 1,000. And I was like, oh, okay, so that means none of the games, meaning of the like 30-40 games I have, none of them are actually like prototypes I should pursue, which is kind of a bummer. Also feels kind of scary of like, oh well, am I just that incompetent as a dev that, oh, and then I left the 4s to score or the yellows to score, dang it. Okay, I am I do think I also hurt myself with my whatchamacallits though, the thumbnails. I don't think I have any super impressive thumbnails, so that doesn't help. Yeah, like that is not. I like this one a lot, but I think this is a pretty niche little thing here. Yeah, then some of these bigger projects are not actually released on itch, so I don't really have a sense of how well they would actually do. But in terms of thumbnails, I don't know if I have any really good thumbnails. Yeah, I think some of these ones that Brainoid helped on, it's like, oh yeah, it's just because the text looks good, and that helps. Yeah, like I said, I do like this one. It's just a niche for content-wise, though. Okay, instead of complaining, let's go look at the code and then complain about it instead. Gee whiz, I'm shutting down. I want to try to hit like 7:45, or like, I guess I have done an hour of a stream, but Damsel 13. I was thinking, it looks like a Barbie. It looks like just a picture of a Barbie, but... Wow, this is really getting up in on this pipe here, isn't it? So... I think I'm gonna try to figure out how to get the pipe off the edge of this thing here. Yeah, I definitely had some people say, oh, hey, if you have the pipe in the wrong spot, then it does mess things up. Or the bumper. If you have the bumper in the wrong spot, it messes things up, so. Yeah, there's two things that, like, complaints I had and solutions that I have, but they're also, like, oh, when you hover over a grid space, like, the placeholder thing was like, yeah, that's a good idea. And I don't have... But it's, yeah, it's... Things are gonna take a while that are like, oh, the placeholder is gonna take a while, and the guideline there. Yeah, I don't know how I want to do that either. Yeah, it's just because I was looking, like, I kind of want to just work on the small features and small bugs and things. Because that's all I got brain power-wise right now. Okay, well, that's at least it doesn't spawn on the corners. And I could do the, like, doesn't spawn on the edge, but then everything's going to crowd into the middle, and then you're going to have just a big block of stuff in the middle, so... Did I have any other small features or things I want to do here? Always bugs that I could try to fix, but I'm like, nah. Did I want to figure out, like... Yeah, I just don't know where I would put screen shake. Somebody did mention having, like, a slowdown in the ball scores on stuff, too, and I'm like, that's a pretty good idea as well. Oh, wait. So let's look at Amaze. So give me the trailer for Amaze. I was gonna say, give me Google Play, please. So the trailer. And then... Yeah, okay, so give me frame by frame. It's just, it squashes... Oh, you're not gonna let me do it here. But here, though. Okay, so I look at like the Pro one there. It looks like it might even get bigger. Wow, it gets pretty big actually. Wow, dang, dude. That really stretches out. Then when it hits something, shrinks. Oh, it just shrinks back to its regular size though. Okay, so like if I look at the noob one there, shrinks. Okay, no, it does fully. Yeah, okay, the noob one does fully shrink. Am I rotating the ball in the direction of motion, though, is the question. So a good way to test that would be if I go to the marble here. I think it's the physics one that I'm using, right? Yeah, at some point I might try to figure out how to get it to move on a grid instead of using the Unity physics. But I struggled with that for literal months, so We're sticking with a version that works for now. The 10 marble slash ball is non-existent here. Do they not have the button? There's the marble? Oh, it's because the pipe, duh. The pipe is the thing that summons the ball, and the ball is the physics ball. Yeah, okay, I was correct in my assumption. So now we go to the physics ball. I guess I could do it like screen shake. Well, and was this doing screen shake too? No, clearly not doing screen shake. But I could do maximum juice and then unjuice it after the fact. And then I could put the juice... I could squeeze the juice out of it and then unsqueeze the juice back into it. Do I have an animator? I already did this. Yeah, okay, this is one of those things I already did. Ball stop. Oh, yeah, okay, because it goes from squished out that way to there, and then that way to there. Yeah, I think it is just the opposite there. Opposite day. Opposite day. Okay, so the animator for the ball. What? What? That's a different animator entirely. What do you... There we go. Okay, so do that one. Actually, no. Well, okay, no, I could do... So let's just change the ball idle. How about that? Okay, so then we go to you and say the ball idle is instead... That's just the scale. Okay, so we're gonna do a... No, it is the scale. So I want to do that, but instead of 80, do like twice as much. No, wrong one. Okay, was that really... Why does that look like it's... Oh, because the ball is rotated. Okay, so now that is really stretched in a certain direction on idle. So now this will tell me, is this ball actually rotating in the direction of travel? I doubt it. But we shall see. Okay, something like that. Oh, it is! Oh. Well. Okay, so... Then that means, yeah, okay, because ball start is... Wait, do you just go back to normal? I'm like, ball stop was definitely going from, like, stretched. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's going from stretched, contracting, and then... But which way is it stretched to start? And am I modifying this? Yes, okay. 90, 80, 70, and then the start should be ending it. No, it should be ending at the same. Because that's where this is starting from. Is this 90, 80, 70. So you should be ending at that. Okay, maybe I should stand. I was like, I wasn't sitting that long, right? My back is just like, nah, it's getting worse and worse here. Okay, gee whiz. I guess I'll never sit again. Nah, standing hurts too. Okay, what do you want from me? Those are kind of the two positions I need to be at the computer. Maybe don't be at the computer. But that's the source of my income. It's my living here. And then animations. This is ball moving, I guess. Okay, and then you are just gonna be. I think it's pretty well, marble I think was a more recent thing. I was calling them balls for quite a while. Also, what the balls with the question marks it feels like you got activated or something. Like, what, balls? Did somebody say balls? These nuts? Oh, this is the physics ball. Wait. I think I grabbed the wrong thing. So do you like balls a lot? So was this a activation phrase here? I thought no you was more of, well, I guess that's you triggering other people as opposed to oh, I just looked at it what it was, ball scale, and then what, don't worry about your love of balls? I mean, I'm making a game all about balls, I understand. That's the physics ball again. Excuse me, the ball. Remove the property of the ball scale. There we go. Now I can go like so and say actually 90 and 70. And then I can go into the animator for the ball and say, actually, wait a second, the ball start should move into ball moving. And then, yeah, don't do any kind of transition time there. So yeah, it should run the ball start, which will get to ball moving, and then let's just see if I and do I need to make this a bit more noticeable? That might also need to be the case here too. Okay. Oh, and I don't even know if I'm stretching in the correct direction. So I should definitely test that. The ball. Actually, you know what? We'll test this. Is if I just go back to where I flippin' was and go here and just say I lied. You're gonna be the default state. So then that'll immediately just take it into the moving animation, and I don't worry about somebody or something. Okay, so now if we do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this rather, and a little bit of that, and a little bit of this. This is more of like a hello, goodbye, because, no, it is rotated wrong. Ruh-roh, Reggie. All of these are, they're all the wrong They're all scaled in the wrong direction. Ruh-roh, Reggie. You. I say as if I've watched a lot of Scooby-Doo. No, that's my friend who's doing a project of let's watch every Scooby-Doo movie. I like Scooby-Doo, but I don't. I never got into like let's watch all of the everything about it. So okay, what was I fluffing doing? The ball. There we go. So 90, 87. These should actually be you and you. And then wait. What's that? What's it doing? Show me the scene again. No, wait, ball start. You should be starting at just... Yeah, you should be starting at neutral. Going to... stretched out, right? There. Okay, so you contract to here, which should actually be contracting to... I lied. The other way here. And then... here, going the other way. Like that. There, okay, so stretching in that direction. I used to work in a shoe recycling shop. It was soul destroying, I suppose. And ball stop. We want to switch you out. Yeah, I was reading about somebody who they went to a funeral and their shoe kind of exploded on them. And then there was people chiming in the comments that are like, oh yeah, this is fairly common if you don't use your dress shoes, and then bust them out for like an occasion like a funeral or something, that they could entirely just fall apart and disintegrate on you. So that was a fun new thing to learn. That like, oh, I may or may not need to get new dress shoes if I ever have an event or something. Shooterol. That's pretty good. See, okay. You're allowed to do puns. The machine there, no, it's not allowed to do puns. Okay, and like I said, this seemed to be a bit much, so let's definitely tone it back here. Oh, and that was just my test to see if, in fact, the thing was working. Okay, so now it should at least look like it's moving in a direction of movement. Yeah, Pagorli puns are a lot better than the dad joke puns. Yeah, the dad joke ones are painful. Which, you know, I should expect when it says a dad joke and it says pun, that it isn't necessarily going to be the best, but they tend to be just full-on painful. Okay, so... again, subtle, but it does look like the ball is moving in a direction. Oh, and I guess... so do I want it to do, like, an animation when it hits a thing, or... oh, I didn't even catch that you guys were putting the coaster everywhere again. Dagnabbit. Nope. Sharp turn. No tutorial button. So I guess I'll just leave that for now. Yeah, this definitely already feels more playable in terms of the moving the buttons out of the corners. Okay, now can I do like a little screen shake animation and then just have that run every time you hit a bumper? Like, that seems like a bad idea, which is why I want to do it. Okay, there is... I was gonna say, there is a camera script here. Yeah, because you're... Do I have, like, a nice shake or something? Oh, there probably is that in the do tween or something, right? But just for testing purposes, can I... Because I don't really want to attach an animator and stuff to it if it's... Because I want the shake to be somewhat random if I even do the shake. And that's the thing, too, is like, I don't know that I necessarily want to do a screen shake. So, void shake. Screen shake. Also, why are you not capitalized? It's aiming for roll instead. It wants to roll the balls. Just let the camera spin continuously and speed it up on every button hit. Knowing my motion sick, it's the perfect thing to do. Yeah, that was like doing that one VR game where we had movement, and then like that was one that I was like, because that was an in-dev game. That would, like, it was like one of like my first games that I made in VR too. So it was like I very much did as much as I could, inadvertently, to make myself as motion sick as possible. Okay, so let's just see if I do this. The random range, or rather, like, can I do like a vector 3 dot? Is there like a random, or is it random dot? Is there a random value, right? Inside unit circle, maybe? Or on unit sphere? Actually, no, that's a good idea. Okay, what does this do? Returns a random point. Yeah, it's a vector 3. So you add a vector 3 to this. Yeah, you can't add vectors like that. Dagnabbit. Okay, so... What am I... I'm doing an add or something here then. Yeah, wait a second. Plus a direction. Wait, huh? Oh, it's not a method. It's what it was trying to say, is that it's not a method. It's a variable that you can just do the thing there. Okay. So now let's see if I do this. This should just violently shake the screen every update. So now the screen should jitter a whole bunch. see how badly it jitters. So now, shake the screen violently. Yay! Okay, so one of those components needs to be removed. So new vector 3. Extend your mind. Wait, did that pick up that? I don't remember if it's supposed to be picking up the like any message that has extend in it, or if it is specifically a message that is extend. Okay, so now we do screen shake like this, and then I probably want to do like a shrink the amount of screen shake it's doing, but okay, there we go. So now it's not jittering completely out of frame. Extend the amount of screen shake it's doing, make it more violent. I'm like, can I just slap another variable on the end of this? This is screen shake strength. I don't know what I want to default it to. Yeah, we just need enough screen shake that nobody can see, nobody can understand anything, and then it'll be perfect. I mean, that's kind of what that, whatchamacallit started with. Soul Charge. Soul Charge has a lot of that screen shake, and then it just zooms out further and further, and the screen shake gets less and less, but that initial scene there. Okay, so now the screen shake strength should be 0, meaning it won't do the screen shake at all. Instead, I lied. I do want to shake the screen just a little bit. So something like that. So now it should just jitter a little bit. Yay! Okay, so now what I want it to do is do that. Yeah, this is more like I should probably look up a tutorial on how to do screen shake again. Because it needs to jitter its way back to the center. Actually, how did I do it for Soul Charge? Yeah, but Soul Charge you didn't need a lot of understanding of what's going on, you just need to scream, so... Yeah, you never played it because you don't want to scream. You don't... That's kind of a game you don't really need to play. You find just a video of... Yeah, I don't know if there's an easy way to, like, feed, like, a loud sound into the microphone without actually making a loud sound. Because it's just if you can trick the microphone into thinking that there's a loud sound going. Oh, because I know if some people were messing with the input, they were messing with the gain on the mic to try to get it to a maximum. So this is on update, so I don't need it on update. What I need is, well, in this, how do I do this for a certain amount of time? Probably a co-routine with like a wait for seconds and then stop. I never remember the exact. Yeah, I never remember what the exact thing is for this. I could use a virtual audio cable to use a video or MP3 as a microphone input, and then wouldn't need to scream. Yeah, like I said, there's ways you could get around it for sure. But there were people that were like, "No, I'll take an excuse to yell as loud as possible for a few seconds." Okay. So. And then this will be screen shake instead. And then can you put a, like a, so, like a so. And then we do a screen shake duration. So, oh, that's why I was breaking this out. Was it Pomo who screamed unbelievably loud? There was a few people that did some, I was actually there to watch Pomo do some screaming. An ad happened at the exact same time, but, I did do int, didn't I? So I only saw some of the scream there, but... And I do believe somebody sent a video as well of, because I thought somebody also messed with like a guitar, like a bass guitar, and tried to do a loud sound that way. But no, it was fun listening to Pomo really get into it by playing some Dragon Ball Z music and then timing it to timing the scream to go along with it. Yeah, I definitely had a little extra time. I really should have tweaked the made it so that you can kind of like if you do get to the super massive spirit bomb there, that it was actually still somewhat visible, because it kind of got lost in the shuffle there. Let's see. So I know that's on update. So is that gonna shake, or is it gonna? Let's do like 1 second of screen shake duration. It's not really what I want, but. And then it's really going to be a matter of like how to... Okay, so that is just going to shake constantly because it's an update. And then instead, if I put it on start, will it shake for a second and then stop is the question. And then the question is, when you hit a bumper, can I get it to do the screen shake? But yeah, I do need to... I need to actually program it so that it shakes back to its original position, too. I earned about $6 with the Unreal Engine plugin. Can only get any money once it reaches 100, but considering I didn't even really know a lot of use cases for the plugin. I'm glad anyone bought it. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I actually got my first payout on Twitch just recently because I hit the $50, like, here you go, you did it. It's like, oh, okay. And what, took me like a year and a half or something? But it was like, yay, I think it was technically like $56 or something, but it's like, yay, I got $50, I suppose. Wasn't really doing it for the money, but I could go buy food or something. Emote drop? Did you not drop? I think I saw the emote drop. Oh, it's hidden. Why did I do that? Row. Okay, well, it should be on now. There we go. Okay, I don't know why I had the emote drop hidden. So, did it screen shake? I forgot that's what I was testing. Is it gonna screen shake for a second at the beginning? No. Oh. It's running that in which it's not. Yeah, okay, so no, it does need to be on update. Or rather, at this point, I think I am just gonna go to bed. It's past 8 o'clock and I am heckin' tired. So, and I got more done than I would have thought. I got the corners working. Oh, I should get into the habit of doing this. So now the corners don't spawn buttons. And then started ball animations, and then started the screen shake. Okay. Okay, and then yeah, I was gonna say I will have a nice night. I will definitely be passing out here, so like wait for all of the 2 seconds here. There's 3 people. Can I do a raid before? I really gotta find a better way to get to like the bottom, and that's probably just get rid of a lot of people that I'm following. So thank you for the deep breaths and the stretch. That's a good idea. Let's see, Captain Crabs. Just chatting there. Oh, I read. I was like, wait, IRAD was just here. We'll come back over here again. Well, let's see. Music can go away. Then some IRAD.
This is really negative.
Okay, and then...
Yeah, oh, fucking hell, because it gets thrown from the bottom left corner, not the top left corner. Fucking idiot. Oh,
it sounds like somebody's having some fun here. Okie dokie. And then I will hopefully be back tomorrow. I guess we'll see what the snow holds. If it is,
alignment, really.
IRAD. Well, that's a IRAD joke every time, though, right? Doesn't matter who's doing the rating.
You're not giving me the signs.
But with luck, I will be back tomorrow. I will have slept at least, but it's just a matter of if the snow knocks things out or something. I think it's supposed to be on the weekend, but we'll see. But thanks for stopping by. Goodbye. Good night. Have fun sleeping. Bye.